Hello! So today is time for another sewing video because what do I like to do? I like to sew. It's time for more bags. However, there's a twist. It's not really a bag, it's going to be a purse. So if you don't know, I love history. History and me. And one of my favourite eras is the Regency era. I love Victorian England and Regency. I mean, it's just, you know, good old late 1700s to early 1800s is just which is one of the reasons why I hand sew everything and don't buy a sewing machine, because history. A part of the Regency era is when Anne Lister was alive. She was alive during the Regency era, so we're going to make an ode to her, and we're going to make a purse that looks like an envelope. Why, you may ask? Why would you do this to yourself, Emily? And I say, well, it's because love letters and Anne Lister, of course, you've got me, it's Anne Lister. So I'm gonna make an envelope looking purse, and I'm gonna make it kind of like in a dark creamy colour kind of thing, so it looks like it's from ye olden times. I'm gonna add a wax seal onto it, not a proper one, of course. I'm gonna sew a wax seal so it can open with a wax seal, because that's fun, isn't it? Let's get into it, I guess. So the first thing I had to do was find a fabric that was suitable for what I needed it to do. Then I took my patterns and cut out my material in those patterns. Nothing special really, I just looked up how big envelopes tend to be and then added 2 centimeters to each side to make sure I had enough seam allowance. However, this material was far too light for what I wanted. I wanted the envelope to look like it's come from the 19th century. So to do that, I decided I need a brew. I need to brew myself some coffee, which I hate the smell of, by the way. It makes me nauseous. So I dipped my material in the coffee, which I was trying not to throw up because of the smell. And I left it there for a good hour or so, just kind of sitting in the coffee to make it darker. After the hour, I took my material out, dumped the coffee out, and let my material dry. Because that material was just an old pillowcase, I decided I needed more layers in there, so I cut 2 more layers out from my patterns so that my purse can be nice and thick. And then I ironed all my pieces of material to make sure that they would lay nice and flat and have no wrinkles in them. I then pinned all my pieces together and started sewing them. I then sewed them all together, making sure to press my seams afterwards. Slowly but surely I got the main body of the bag done. After looking at it, I made some adjustments to make sure it kept that rectangular shape. Now with the main body of the bag done came the fun bit of embroidery. I wanted to add a wax seal to give it that 19th century look. Then took the top flap of the envelope and put it onto the envelope body itself. Now with the top flap done, I wanted to get back to some lovely little embroidery. I know it says dear on there, and I know most people don't put dear on an envelope because the envelope's going somewhere. However, I wanted to put dear on there because in my head this is a letter you're giving someone who you don't want it getting posted because it's got some like secret kind of information in it. With the embroidery done, I then added my wax seal to the purse and added a snap fasten as well. I then finished that, and then I was going to do the bottom one, but I decided, oh, I need to cut out that bit so that it looks like an envelope and everything. So I cut that off, and then I added some bias tape to the raw edges. The bias tape on there, all I needed to do was my lining layer, which I then did, and it was done. It's finished. I didn't film much of the second making of one because I wanted to make 2. One that looked like kind of like the traditional size. I looked up all the sizes of envelopes because I have no life, clearly. So I wanted to make 2 with different sizes, but I didn't record most of the second size, which is the bigger one, mainly because it was the exact same process. And here we are. Here's the final. Look at that. I know it says dear and doesn't say like the person's address and stuff, but I didn't want to put a name on it, firstly. Secondly, that's too much embroidery to have to put an address and everything. So I just put dear ... and in my head it's like the people went round to the house and were like, we can't, you know, send this off to the post because it's got sensitive information in it, and if anyone finds it and reads it, type thing. So instead I decided to put dear, and it's got backstory. But here it is. Look at that cute little apple. I wish that lettering was better and kind of more centered, or not centered. This one I didn't want it exactly centered, but I wish it was straighter type thing. But look at that inside. Look at that lining layer. Hell yeah. And then this is the second one, which is the bigger one. I wish that I'd made this one more straight, because that one, you know, it's got that envelope kind of look. This one's more kind of not as envelopey looky type thing, you know. However, I like the writing on this one better. The apple, I think I like the look of it, but I like this one's, the kind of like circle around it for the seal and everything. This one's got the lining layer on here because I didn't cut another one of those for this one. But there's the inside. And yeah, I've no clue what I'm going to use them for, because I most likely won't use them as purses. Well, not now anyway. I love my purse that I currently have, but this is a cute little purse. It's just the way that it closes, there's gaps. So if you have coinage in here, you put it in a bag, it ruffles around, coinage falling out. But other than that, I love these. These are adorable. I put up with the smell of coffee for these, so they better be cute enough, you know. But thank you for watching me make these 2 little dudes. Yet again, no clue if I'm going to make something else and post it. But if I do, you'll see me again. If I don't, thank you for watching. Bye!